What if I told you that Remy Ma might not live to see next month? It's not a publicity stunt, a diss track, or even a messy Instagram story. This time, it's real, deadly real, and the world has just learned about it in the worst way possible from leaked audio. Yes, another one. Remy's condition is irreversible, and a nurse has already been fired for sharing what she called the saddest chart I've ever seen. His last post simply featured a single candle emoji, no caption, no explanation, just pain. Is Clarissa Shields, who was just spotted exiting a hospital lobby at 3 in the morning, silent? Is this karma a curse or something strange? Let's rewind this emotional roller coaster before it goes into overdrive, because what you're about to hear might be the most genuine fake news you've ever believed. The internet is going crazy, celebrities are DMing, and we dug deeper because, believe me, what we discovered is bigger than illness. This could be the last chapter, and it's already being written in blood. We begin here, in a dimly lit hospital corridor, with whispers echoing, nurses pacing, and a papoose in the midst of it all. Remy Ma, the Bronx-born lyrical assassin turned reality show queen and public scandal magnet, is no stranger to headlines, gun charges, jail time, beef with Nicki, sneaky link rumors, Clarissa Shields, and 50 Cent. Do we continue? And through it all, there was one man who stood by her like a loyal soldier. Papoose, the poster child of Black love. A husband who waited for her during her 6-year sentence. A man who turned every L into a sonnet on Instagram. A man who, even when she was out partying with Lil Meech, had her back publicly. But even kings break, according to multiple, while she was out doing interviews, throwing cake at Clarissa Shields' birthday, and allegedly yelling at producers backstage at Drink Champs, Remy Ma's body was breaking down. According to insiders, close to her team, she started experiencing blackout fatigue and unexplained weight loss. But instead of seeking help, she laughed it off and told one stylist, who has since been fired for leaking the conversation to a blogger, "I just need rest." However, this wasn't exhaustion, this was terminal. According to a nurse who went by the alias NYC Scrubs, Remy was admitted to Mount Sinai under a false identity. The staff was informed that she was a VIP privacy patient, which is code for someone powerful and in trouble. This is where things get complicated. While Ray was fighting for her life, Papoose was reportedly not even informed until 2 days later because, in the nurse's opinion, Remy didn't want him to know why. He's been through enough and doesn't deserve to watch me fade. Let that sink in. The man who supported her when everything else was turned against her was not even permitted to sit by her hospital bed. And the man who wrote her love poems while she was in a cell was left outside the ICU was heartbroken and confused, and when he finally learned, according to hospital staff, Papoose collapsed in the hallway and started crying uncontrollably. Security had to take him outside because the scene became so intense that one janitor reportedly said, "I thought someone just died." From the way he screamed, it seemed like his soul had left his body. Now, hold on, let's breathe. We're talking about Remy Ma, the self-proclaimed Reminisce the Ruler, the woman who was still attending events in Fendi boots just weeks ago, clapping back at critics with cryptic Instagram captions like, "You'll miss me when I'm gone," wasn't a metaphor. And the worst part is that, according to sources, she had been receiving private treatment since last summer. The diagnosis hasn't been made public yet, but we do know that one insider called it aggressive and life-limiting. Another team member attempted to repair the damage by releasing a statement saying it was simply stress-related complications, but fans aren't buying it. Is because after leaked footage of a woman who looked like Remy, frail and pale, in a hospital gown, being wheeled down a corridor, went viral, hashtags like the Pray For Me, a Papoose Pain, and even Yoch Remy Too Late became trending overnight. Talk detectives. Match the, in the meantime, Papoose ever the wordsmith has gone completely silent. His Instagram posts have been deleted, leaving only one picture of a burning candle with the caption, "Light for those we can't hold anymore." What does that even mean? Is she gone already? Are they preparing us for the worst? Or is this all some twisted, high-budget dozeries rollout? If you thought part 1 was crazy, you haven't heard anything yet because just hours have passed. Hospital tile pattern Twitter spaces were launched. One fan theory holds that Remy Ma was cursed by a scorned ex. Another suggests that Clarissa Shields put something in her drink during that now infamous birthday party meltdown. Outrageous, believable, and frighteningly plausible. When that enigmatic candle post from Papoose went viral, internet detectives and messy insiders went into full-fledged panic mode, and within a day, the story progressed from heartbreaking to downright horrific. Let's start with the leaked voicemail, a recording purportedly left on Papoose's phone by a hospital insider. In the now-deleted clip, which was briefly posted to the shady gossip page T-Spill Times 3, you hear a female whispery voice saying, "They lied to her husband. They told him it was just dehydration." However, the labs returned and it's metastasized, and she doesn't have long metastasized at that moment. All of a sudden, what appeared to be exhaustion turned into a death sentence, what felt like Instagram. Drama turned into real-life tragedy, and Twitter was in ruins. One fan wrote, "We watched Remy fight Nicki Minaj. We watched her fight in prison, but this you can't battle." Another wrote, "If Remy Ma dies and Clarissa Shields posts one celebration, pick We're Riding at Dawn." Speaking of Clarissa, hold on tight because she is the top suspect because she was seen entering a Brooklyn hospital about 12 hours after the voicemail leak. Witnesses told gossip page BX that Clarissa was in the building for less than 15 minutes, refused to speak to staff, and left like she had just seen a ghost. She then went live and said, "Some people like to play the victim when they've been the villain for years. Don't let IG fool you. Some of these women aren't angels. They just got better PR." She didn't name names, but let's not pretend she wasn't. Talking about Remy and that line about better PR, oh, that's a direct shot at Pap's Candlelight Vigil energy, but Clarissa wasn't the only one who sent subliminal messages. 50 Cent, who has a lengthy, messy, meme-filled history with both Remy and Papoose, posted a picture of himself laughing in a hospital gown with the caption, "Y'all better get your checkups. You can't be tough if you're dead." Fans went crazy, with one comment saying, "This isn't funny, Fifth. That woman's fighting for her life." Another said, "Not the king of petty being petty at a time like this." Meanwhile, Ray's team finally issued a public statement, which only made matters worse, reading, "They're not stupid. They've watched this story unfold like a Shakespearean tragedy, and they've begun piecing together the puzzle themselves. Let's talk theories because there are plenty of them." Apparently, an old tweet from 2021 surfaced where Clarissa joked about leaving boxing for brujeria, Spanish for witchcraft. Witchcraft fans are now screenshotting that post and reposting it with captions like, "She wasn't joking." Ma is currently undergoing private treatment for a personal medical issue. She requests privacy and respect in the meantime. Additionally, Remy M ought to have avoided the ring. Theory 2. Industry sacrifice. Yep, this one's making rounds in YouTube conspiracies. People are saying Remy Ma was chosen as the next industry casualty in a dark deal gone wrong. One viral video even claimed the symptoms match those of radioactive poisoning, the same kind used in spy assassinations. Theory 3. This is all a rollout. A very loud corner of the internet believes this is a sick, twisted marketing scheme for Remy Ma's rumored docu-series. They say the candle emoji, the leaked voicemail, and the hospital sighting are part of the script. One user posted, "Y'all forgetting this woman got a BET deal." This isn't in the meantime DJ Envy, who has previously been involved in this drama, fueled the flames by saying on air, "I know more than I can say right now. All I'll say is y'all better pray for Pat." Cryptic much. And let's not forget that the streets of NYC are already decked out with murals, candles, and other decorations. One fan even held a sign that read, "We lost Big Pun. We can't lose Remy, too." However, the largest clue of all may be the wire transfer. Yes, a mysterious $250,000 payment was purportedly made by. We have one leaked voicemail, one deleted Instagram Live, a boxing champion with something to hide, a crying husband, and now a secret Swiss payment. This isn't just an ordinary love and hip-hop scandal, it's something much bigger and more dangerous. The world is on edge, the hashtags are on fire, the conspiracy theories have gone nuclear, and just when you think this story couldn't possibly get any darker, the Remy Ma voicemail leak occurs. Remy Ma's labeled to a specialty clinic in Switzerland. That only treats terminal cases hits the internet. It didn't appear to be a leak from the hospital, a fan, or even a close friend. Rather, it was Papoose himself. Late Sunday night, an anonymous account shared a voice memo titled, "For Her If I Lose Her." In it, you hear a man, his voice cracked and barely able to hold himself together, say, "I know you didn't want me to see you like this, but I can't stay away. I don't care if you forget me, if you shut me out, if you leave this world with hate in your heart. I just want to hold your hand one more time, please." The internet didn't just cry, it collapsed. And within minutes, users synchronized the voicemail with black and white Remy footage and slow-motion Papoose. She was his queen, and she's slipping away. This isn't just a love story, it's a tragedy. It's not a scripted drama. This is Shakespeare and Tim's. However, as is always the case, when the tears stop flowing, the questions begin to surface because not everyone believed the clip. In fact, users with verified PR ties began pointing out holes in the timeline, asking how this voicemail leaked so quickly, why it didn't match Papoose's speech patterns from previous interviews, and why it was posted from a burner account connected to Remy's rumored documentary producers. That's right, what began as a heartbreaking final message swiftly became Exhibit A in a developing theory that this entire ordeal from the lawsuit began after Mount Sinai Hospital confirmed that 2 employees had been fired for unauthorized access and release of sensitive VIP records. In an unexpected move, one of those employees retaliated on social media, writing, "Remy isn't sick. You're all being played. I didn't leak anything. They wanted us fired." The line between performance and truth has completely blurred, leaving the internet in a frenzy once more. Is Remy actually dying, or is she rewriting the history of reality TV? Meanwhile, people close to BIT say the network is in final talks to approve a limited series based on Ray's health crisis. Working title Final Bars, yes, and guess who's listed as executive producer? Papoose, the same man who is crying in a hallway. Pleading for privacy is now allegedly selling the story to streaming platforms. Of course, fans are split. Half of the internet wants answers, and the other half wants season 1 on Netflix tomorrow. However, things got even messier when a fake obituary began to circulate, listing Reminisce Smith, 44, with a service date pending family approval. The funeral home was caught in the crossfire, and the owner appeared on Facebook Live, clearly shaken, stating, "This sick prank is causing us to receive hundreds of calls, and we have never handled services for Remy Ma. Please stop." According to one YouTube commentator with over 600K subscribers, this whole thing was designed to go viral, get sympathy, push a doozy, and reset Remy's public image. It's the final stage of celebrity marketing, grief monetization. People began to speculate that someone inside the circle wrote the obituary to test fan reactions and see how much buzz the death would generate. Where is Papoose in all of this? He has disappeared, gone silent, and made no new posts, interviews, or appearances. Clarissa Shields is suddenly everywhere, booking interviews and appearances. She even released a teaser for her own mini-documentary, Unapologetic, in which she says, "I never wish death on anybody, but if you lie about my name again, don't be surprised when I show up at your bedside." Is it a threat, a PR move, or just another chess piece in a game we don't even understand anymore? Another fan claims he was seen crying into his hoodie while heading to Costa Rica while wearing a hoodie and dark glasses. This is where things really go crazy. Yes, another one of Ray's previous stylists' screenshots of a secret purportedly drafted last year that lists 2 individuals as beneficiaries of an enigmatic offshore account in the Caribbean, Papoose and DJ Envy. No one knows what to make of this. Is it real? Why is Envy involved? Why is there Caribbean money involved? Is this a case of loyalty laundering or leverage? More importantly, if she is truly dying, why would she leave everything to a man she hasn't posted in months and a DJ with a history of scandal? Truth has already packed up and left the building. What we're witnessing here isn't just a celebrity breakdown, it's a narrative war with leaks, lies, and emotional manipulation. One day, Remy is unconscious. The next, she's executive producing. The next, Pap is collapsing in a hallway. The next, he's allegedly producing scripted voice notes. And the next, there's a funeral. And the next, a BET pitch meeting. So what's real, what's fake, and what's the end game? Is Remy Ma really sick or just tired of being doubted? Is Papoose grieving or quietly creating the most viral diss tracks ever made? Is this a tragedy? Or is this the most brilliant rebranding in hip-hop history? One thing is for sure, though, we've never seen anything like this, and something tells us we're not even at the end yet. And now, it's your turn to speak. The truth got buried somewhere between candle emojis, erased lives, and mysterious Swiss clinics. So, what do you think? Is this the end of Remy Ma's story, or just the beginning of her next chapter? Was Clarissa really involved? Is 50 Cent trolling or telling us something? And most importantly, if Remy Ma truly goes silent forever, will Papoose ever recover like this video? If you were left speechless, please subscribe for more viral truths, leak stories, and emotional exposés you won't find anywhere else. Because at Gossip Spill Vibe, we do more than just report on drama. We expose it. Stay tuned because what comes next could completely change hip-hop. Hip-hop.